Welcome to episode 30 of our Hobo to Hero playthrough of Football Manager 2024. For obvious reasons, given that I wanted to do an additional stream this evening, I forgot to change the title. So it is episode 30, even if you're confused and the notification says otherwise, because, well, I was confused. Apparently that's a regular thing now. Also, just for your information, there's a problem with my save file, in particular related to this club. I will not use this now, but the transfer activity window here crashes the game for me. Just in this save file, just with this club. I tried to, for experiment's sake, I tried to resign and use another club, and then it works. So it has nothing to do with the game. It's just a save file for some reason. Might have to do with the board takeover, I don't know. Might be some sort of rare bug. So, in case I do not want to use this in the future, that's why. Alright, so last time out, we won our match against KL Rovers. That is probably one of the easier ones of the season, given that they provided us with a one-man surplus opportunity after, I don't know, 15 minutes, 13 minutes. So that went well. Next time out will not be that easy. We will play Sabah at home. This is a historic rival, reportedly. I don't know why, but who am I to judge? So hopefully that will get a few people in our stadium. The problem is, I had a look at their squad already. Let's just see. Well, maybe we'll get a team report. But I had a look at their squad. I think in here. And what I know so far is this looks pretty good. I also think we should probably have a look at the average attributes here. Okay. So maybe first though, let's have a look at this goalkeeper. I think we did consider signing him at some point, but he's susceptible to injury, and well, there's a bunch of attributes in here that I'm not really that fond of, so. Yeah, well, thank you very much, but I'm not interested. He would add a bit of quality to the first team. I disagree. So, no. No! I will not. Also, welcome to the stream, Mies. Once again, I fucked up the title. I corrected it though. Yeah, so I guess the question is, how will we fare next time out? By the way, I skipped this, but Zakaria becomes the youngest player ever to play in the Liga Super. We just broke a record. It's not an important one, but we did. So I'm pretty happy with that. Also quite excited by the player. Don't worry. Ankun will be fine. Ankun is... Wrong menu. Okay, his susceptibility to injury is above average. I was thinking about all of that, actually, these days. Well, maybe. It might also have to do with the training workload and all of that. I kept thinking about that repeatedly. I think somebody probably did that already, but there might be an opportunity for statistical analysis of injuries, depending on the staff you have, the injury proneness of the players, and also the schedule. Because this is all intertwined, right? So, for example... That's not good. Oh, whatever, let's open one of my schedules. Doesn't matter much. So, say we have this schedule. This schedule is pretty low on the intensity scale. For players that are susceptible to injury, though, it still doesn't, like, The full-time training and all of that, there's not that much recovery in here, despite a bunch of sessions that are called that way. You know, they don't go home, apparently. They go home to sleep, and then they come back. But there's no real other recovery time here. They have an extra session every single day. At most of the days, it is either do something with the team or let the physio do its job. So I still think for players that have very high susceptibility to injury, this is too much. Why is that? Well, because our physios suck at this league level. And they went from part-time to all the way full-time all of a sudden. And the first thing that happened, even with a bit higher workload, was that everybody hurt themselves. In training, I might add. Not even in match. So, from that perspective, how are your physios, Mies? Honest question. Because according to the online manual, they might have an impact in susceptibility to injury somehow. Also, natural fitness is a thing as far as I'm aware, but yeah. That's hard to guess, given that you are not shown some of the information. Like, we are, just Mies isn't. Okay. It worked. We had a review. Apparently, it's 9 a.m. And for the next few days, we will have our regular schedule. We do not have a schedule for match on Friday. I will change this. This will not do. So, I think I also want to change this schedule, actually. I do not agree with that. All of them, well, in case there's no match in the week, I guess we can do overall no match with practice. Okay. Well, I can't know for sure. So, I don't know. It was just something at the top of my head, man. Now, what did you do here? This doesn't make sense. This belongs here. I think we'll do it like this and put in overall and outfield here. Yeah. 3 times a day like this? Or does it also include a ton of recovery sessions? How's the profile up here? There might be a thing. This is too much, by the way. This doesn't work that way. That's better. It's not great, but it's better. Guess maybe like this. No, this is even worse. Doesn't make sense. Okay, so I would argue as long as injury risk is higher due to the kind of training, maybe you want to cut back with it a little bit. Stuff like this, for example, is also dangerous, or it might be. Like you can have all of this in deep red, but then again you need to rest them basically anytime. I think they are not at full condition. Yeah. So, for example, this, for me, that works. But as you can see, overall, including the match, the week still has a negative impact on injury risk. That's not good. So what can I do to alleviate this a little bit? They are. They are. No debate here. I wholeheartedly agree. It's more about if it is that much injuries as part of the game. That would be too low. They will start complaining at that point. No, I'll keep it that way. Alright, this is full-time match. Friday. We'll use this now. Fine. And the week after, there's a match on Saturday, so I might as well use the schedule. Where is it? Here. This one's on Sunday. And then we have a full week off. And I think I will not set it much further than this, because afterwards it gets funny. There might be changes anyway to the schedule, so no reason to do it now. I cannot really know about your team Mies, by the way. It's really hard to determine even if you have all the data. So as a result, from a distance, it doesn't make much sense. Would be, well, I don't know the English word right now, but I guess condescending and somewhat irrational. That makes sense. To say you should do it like this or like that, I can't know. It's really hard to determine even if you're in front of the screen. And I think that's part of the fun. We have sold 104 season tickets. Yay! Also, Abba resumed training, which is great. We brought him in on trial to train for us, I guess, for now. Might not be here long term. Transfer window is closed, right? Yeah, transfer window is closed. So as a result, now we can find all the youngsters that are professional that we cannot sign anymore. That's probably what will happen. A 30-year-old fullback, I'm not interested. Neither am I interested in him. Or in him. That's pretty good from a wage perspective. Maybe we should have done it like that. Played Liga M4 players in the League 1. Why not? This is also not that bad, I guess. We'll offer trial, maybe. By the way, trialists are allowed to play in the league. Did you know that? Trialists are allowed to play in the first league. So, consequently, we could have avoided all of the transfer business and all that stuff. Just brought in some trialists to slot in for the rest of them. And kept them at the club. Or rotated them for somebody else. And only signed those that were any good. In hindsight. Granted, we will probably have gotten relegated pretty early with that approach, but it would have been an idea. Okay, so I will throw this one into the under-21s just due to training workload. I don't want the workload on the senior squad. This I will change now. We'll use any position. Not really from the tactic though. Oh, makes sense. So this is any position at all, I guess. We want a minimum current ability of at least 1.5 stars, and a potential ability, preferably on 4. It's an ongoing thing. This all is good. What I kept thinking though, where's the extra stuff, further details? I want certain players. Apparently personality is not a thing here. I was hoping we could specify his personality. But it does not seem that way. Sad. So maybe we'll do it like this. If a player wants to come in, he needs to be, I guess something like this. He needs to be good enough to play for us. And there must be some potential left in them, I think. Of course. We get a bunch of reports immediately. I mean, we know all of these players, don't we? We do not really have to deal with them. Most of them are on the short list. Thanks. We'll acknowledge all of this. Maybe they find somebody else. Somebody new. And there are still a ton of players that we have no knowledge of. So what we could do is we could offer trials to a few of them repeatedly. Oh, we have quite a few trialists in the club already. But maybe there's a good finding in there. There's also 17 euros of the wage budget available, apparently. Great. The analysis team isn't doing anything right now. It does make sense. So we have to staff. They just didn't do the job yet. Apparently, this club has a very good standard of heading. 12. And a mere 19 points. So that'll be hard. He is pretty slow though. Dominic 10 on the other hand, somewhat fast. Also Malaysian international, it seems. Yeah. So we try to play around them. Or not. His positioning is a bit off, the rest is pretty good. Dribbling could be better. That's a high standard though. Same here. It still is a home game though. So maybe we do stand a chance. In general, I think we don't. Luckily, this guy has a dislocated shoulder. He will be out. Same as Hassan, it seems. 2 to 4 days, he might be back. Not sure. Their playmaker, for some reason, has no good off-the-ball movement. That might be a chance. But the rest of the attributes is so good. We will have a really hard time with these. So I'm not really sure how to deal with them, to be honest. Acceleration and pace is not that high on them, it says. Yeah. Okay, that's true for him. A 5-5 is really not high. And he's not fast either. But some of the players are fast enough, I would argue. We'll see. So if they are not that fast, maybe we should try to control the play. Just like last time. I'm also considering right now, set piece routines will not make much of a difference. Match tactics will. I don't know. I think maybe you can configure it for each shortlist, but I'm not aware. I never really changed that. And I think the way it is intended to be used is that players on the shortlist are those that you are interested in, you know, keeping updates for. It's not... I think the intent is not to have a list of 500 players that might have gotten released or something. This is not the intent. The intent is to have a short list for potential right back replacements. Or for those you're going for or something. So I think it gets widely misused. That makes sense. And as a result, you know, the squad planner is full of all of the misinformation and so on, and you get all of these mails that you do not want. But you're not the only one, that's for sure. I'm not sure if you can get rid of it though. I guess we can have a look, right? Short list. No. Well, if there is an option, I don't know where it is. There might be something somewhere. Still hoping to find some professionalism at some point. Okay, once this is running, I will grab a new Coke. The old one's empty. BRB. Or we'll continue a little bit. It's not Friday, but it still works, I think. Same here. This is match on Monday. Okay, what did you... Under set active shortlist, it says you won't get notification. Okay. Well, I don't know, man. I guess might be buggy. Post in the SI forums. Maybe. Maybe that helps. Yeah, so... Okay. Not much happened, and I think we need to... hopefully the match tactics help a little bit. We need to improve that. That's a primary concern right now, to get them technically, I guess, secure. Sure. BRB. We have 16 new messages. 16. That's all the trials coming to an end. Ah. Okay, let's go. No. It's recommended that we offer a contract to him. No. Neither for him. In case you see something that looks like you want to have it at a club, feel free to say stop. I do not think so, though. Most of them are pretty bad. Well, I guess this is tolerable. Give him another 5 years, he might have the potential to not be any good. Then again, I wouldn't trust our own stuff. Even though Confucius seems somewhat qualified to find out if the players are any good at this point. He's fairly ambitious. That's a positive. Also prone to injure himself, so no. Some versatility and not much else. I was really hoping for another 16-year-old with professional personality, but I guess those don't come in clusters. That's better. The attributes are not good though. He's 18 years old on the other hand. Well, your prayers with respect to Ankun might have been heard. He decided to poison himself. Who is our replacement as a playmaker? It's him, isn't it? It's him. Great! The Northern Irish guy will make an appearance, it seems. Given that Ankun is out. Long shots is 9, that's not too bad. Easing off tackles is probably a good idea for him though. He has no idea how to play there. Oh, sure. That's an added problem, that's true. Well, you have 2 or 3 days to get used to it. Don't worry, you'll get it done. Ankun had no idea about it last year too. Either. One of the both. One of the two. I'm utterly confused. So, I'm still contemplating if we want to go low block against Sabah FC, even at home. On the other hand, I think they would be superior. In particular, the central defender with the 19 points of jumping reach. That does sound unappealing to find him on the pitch at all. I think I'll offer a few more trials to players. And I guess it will just be two random people that we do know nothing about. The under 21s will probably be okay for it. And there's still a bunch of them. Right. Your offers were accepted. Just advice for coaching. We should start this or that individual training. Okay. I'm not sure if I agree. There's attacking movement, right? Attacking movement is not perfect due to the decision making. But it isn't horrible either, and his physical attributes need some help too. I think I'd rather for him to focus on his strength, his pace. And in general, I think this is good training. Let's keep it like this. He's in decline. His jumping reach did go up though. And well, he's new to the club. Still adapting to life here. It will probably not get much better for a while. Needs to learn at least basic Malay first. We could send him on a language course. Then again, do I want that? Don't think so. Currently the coaching assignments, so we should add Asman No to set pieces overall. Asman No. That does make it a little bit better, yes. It's also that does not subtract from his performance in as a coach in technical defending. So I'm a-okay with that. That's a good recommendation, thank you. And Hanafi Baharudin in the under 19 training is coaching too many categories, you don't say. That might be because nobody else does. And because he's no good at any of these. Oh, he has technical skill. So. I'll leave him in for all of the tactical stuff. Technical stuff. And it does not seem like the workload is a problem anymore. So something like this. Maybe that helps a little bit. Weak foot training for McMenemy. I don't know. I don't think that's a primary concern right now. Lee Choi Kin. trading rating is still pretty bad. And who was the last? Nazarudin. Sure, he is right-footed only. He would definitely benefit from a better left foot. That said, as long as his skill level is like this, I think I'd rather focus on the role as a shadow striker. That's primary concern here. The attributes he can have is stronger foot afterwards. It's perfect timing that Ankun has food poisoning now. That's exactly what was expected. You did bribe somebody, Mies, didn't you? Somebody is responsible for that. I blame it on you. Do you do the cooking for my squad? You poisoned Ankun. Food poisoning. He's allergic to nuts, didn't you know? Why did you do that? I'm not sure if I want Coke, actually. You didn't do that. Okay, so who's to blame then? Somebody must be. Ankun does know that he cannot eat nuts. That all does not look very impressive. Emergency backup in his prime years. Still a balanced player. I just feel like everybody is a balanced player or a fairly determined player. According to Football Manager, if it's... The further away it is from England, the more they are just balanced. It feels. That is the way it is. In England, everybody is a hothead or has a really good personality. And, well, if they are a hothead, they are ambitious, and if they are not, they are considered to be professional or something. And the further down you go the leagues, or the further away from England, all of a sudden everybody becomes a balanced character. Because, I don't know. That's the way it works, at least according to SI. Ismail has significant potential. Yeah, I will not give him a professional contract though. That's not significant enough. Also, he trains as a Carriero. Who did that? Why did I do that? That does make no sense whatsoever. I will rarely play with a Carriero. Hmm. Probably because none of this is any good. I'll do box to box instead. Not excited by his performances so far though. Like on the training ground. So how's the season going overall, Mies? There's yet another report. Okay. So same as last time, we realized that they are pretty not that fast, but technically as well as I guess tactically gifted. I see. And that is the one you won. So the new manager is better than the old one? So a way to phrase it would be 100% of all the games have been won. The change in management did work. Nice. And how many points are it? No, are there until you catch up with the worst team? They have 9. You stand a chance. Okay. Well, that can be done. There's always the occasional red card, I hear, throughout the season. So if you didn't have yours yet, maybe there's still hope. That's not good. What did I do? What is the new expectation by the board ever since you the change in management for somebody else? Don't get relegated. That makes sense. So they finally picked up on the scent. That's not bad. Put it here. Hmm. Ah, maybe the game is not really cut out for that either. Maybe the game just doesn't know about this. I don't know. Is there an occurrence of something like this throughout the rest of the game? At the start of FM24? It must be a somewhat common thing if you look at all of the leagues in the world. Like, that's bound to happen from time to time somewhere, right? Also, Zakaria can apparently become a top player. Yeah, I figured. In fact, I thought about him recently. That's, yeah. Only Football Manager thinks. An adult man says he thought about a 16-year-old. But I thought about him recently, and I think I do not want to rush his development too much. I think it's better if he doesn't hurt himself. That's more important to me. On the other hand, his susceptibility to injury is low and our training workload is pretty low. So maybe I'll try focusing on defensive positioning. And hopefully we can get that positioning a little bit up, because that's really bad. The rest of it can develop somewhat. But this specific thing needs to be just better. local, not local, historical rivalry. One match coming up against a very superior opponent. But if we get lucky, they bring along 10,000 people. That would be really, really important from a financial point of view. As do I. First match ever playing them. And given that we won the last match, I think by 3 goals, even though it was supported by the red card, I'll probably not change much. Other than Ankun. But Ankun's back, right? So the Northern Irish guy might not make an appearance after all. Not yet. We left the match focus in, as it was recommended by the assistant manager. I think I trust him on that. It's a sad part that the old guy is injured. I would have loved to play him in this situation. He's technically somewhat gifted in comparison to the remainder of the league. And as a deep lying forward, he would have been able to get away from his markers, I think. But as I said, he's injured. So our Chinese tower will need to play. We should do some coaching courses, it says. I'm not opposed to the idea. We'll do both of these. Thanks. The physio department, we do not really need to improve with a 4 and 5 point physio, do we? Our head physio is an 8. He's a 4. That's really bad. He's a 7. The scouting knowledge that you have, or the entire database? This. This menu. We do know about 3,622. For example, Rocky Santa Cruz is still active? Are you kidding me? He's 43. It's also not the Rocky Santa Cruz that I... Yes, it is. That has been ages ago. That Rocky Santa Cruz played for Bayern Munich. Sure. I also ticked off the box for that, so... You know, he won't come. I mean, I could also invite Tony Kroos. He asked to leave Real Madrid. No problem whatsoever. I'll offer a trial to Tony Kroos, why not? Let's have some fun. The fun will result in no way, go away. And that's it. There's also Nor Sabri. I do not know if I know this guy. Played in Iraq for all of his life. Luka Modric is available, and Robert Lewandowski, of course, is on the list of known players. Yeah, that makes sense. Joao Moutinho, Hasebe. Hasebe is 41 at this point. Yeah, but if we look at those that are interested in a transfer, or even slightly interested, there's not that many foreign players in here. If we add nationality is not Malaysian, that's more or less nobody. Let's invite these two. I do not know why I offer specifically to foreign players, though. It's counterintuitive. Doesn't make sense. Okay, the president quashes links with consortiums. Alright. There's still no news there. Okay. I think the lineup's pretty much done. I do not want to change much here. Ankun maybe. He's recommended for 45 minutes though. So most likely not. We could bring Ankun instead of Lee Choi King. On the other hand, let him take his rest. Why not? Me though, I need to do a short rest too. I'll be back in a second after, visiting the bathroom and stuff. So, my assumption for this next match is that we might just lose this. I will hit the save button here first. I had problems with the game crashing around this menu. It is not in the match expectations, but in the transfer window. Still, better safe than sorry. So, in case the game crashes on me, at least we will have a save file. That's important. It might also go away once the board takeover is over, but I don't know. I'm not sure what's the cause of it, other than hitting the menu. So, this is the wrong button. This one, though, should work. Yeah. Apparently, the board, as well as the supporters, expected defeat. What's the thumbs up for? Oh, the thumbs up is for them to be played again. That's nice. Great. So yeah, sure, we'll keep him on the pitch. And I'll be quite interested in the first performance of Lee McManamy in a foreign position too. Do we need Chong Ai King? No. Bauru's injured. Oh, he plays for the under-21s. I remember. Abba came back from injury. Ankung came back from food poisoning. Doesn't really make sense. Dikis are free and him. That's our director of football. I do not think they need to come along. So that leaves us with Mutnor Hazik Mod Aris and Motnaim Ramadan Naravi. This is a new signing. Didn't really show much in training so far. So that doesn't make much sense. The rest of the squad, though, could do with better morale. You know where this is going, don't you? To the training menu. So to at least have a look into this one. 8.45 is pretty good. I'm on, this is, how's his full name? Masri. The son of Masri. Muhammad Ayman bin Masrin. Close enough. He trains well. So that was a good signing, I think. We pay him 130 euros a week or something. Yeah. I do not really agree with the large bonuses, but I gave them to him myself, so that's on me. And otherwise, we would have spent more on the base wage. So no problem there. RC's on the pitch. He did score last time out. And apparently that's better. Also, being praised in training, apparently that's comprehensible. Even though I do not speak Chinese. Let's criticize a few players too. You guys have any ideas on how to improve morale? Other than talking to everybody? Maybe praising their conduct for everybody, which is really annoying. But this is a grudge match. Do any of you know, is there maybe a team talk for this or something? It's so easy to miss these things. We can probably also talk to the players about the last match they played in. We'll start with Ankun, he's out of the squad. Had a 6.9 rating. Passing was pretty decent. Didn't create that much. I think you praise the passing and move on. He's loving it. So now his morale is perfect. The problem is he will not be on the pitch. Jalil did not concede last time out. There's not much else to say, I think. Yes, there is much to say. His passing was fantastic. And in general, no problem with his goalkeeper whatsoever. 7 point something is a great first performance, yes. So he handled that pretty well, I agree. We can also praise the conduct again. Badrul Hisham. Development is somewhat problematic. He had an assist though. 2 out of 2 tackles. We'll go with 2 out of 2 tackles. That's good. That helps a little bit. Takrula is pretty new to the club. Had a 7.5 rating last time out. And we can praise the defensive heading. It was, as it says here, imperious. 3 out of 3. Doesn't help him much, but a little bit at least. Jeffrey. Jeffrey had a 6.8 rating. Passing was okay, the tackling was fine. That's at 100%, so we can praise that. I think in most cases, basically any in all cases, that they do not, they cannot disagree with the assessment of their last match's performance. Like 2 out of 2 headers, for example, they will usually agree with the message. Or also, like with the passing here, there is the odd chance that he does think this is subpar. But given the 7.4 rating, as well as the really good passing, I think we will go that way. On a really, really ambitious and professional player, maybe, they will say this is not good enough. Well, he didn't play, so no use talking to him. Zakaria did. I'm not sure if we talked to him about his last performance there. How was it? 6.8. Passing could be better, to be honest. I expected a bit more given his passing ability. So maybe they focused him. We can praise the 2 out of 2 tackles though. And let's see. He is... Well, he's instructed to take fewer passing risks as a ball-winning midfielder, so there's not much to be gained there. Hammer. This is the substitute for Baru. Had an assist. 4 out of 4 tackles. Despite the assist, will go the tackling route. Nazarudin. He did play last time out. Had an assist apparently. I do not really think he was that great. But same here. There is 1 out of 1 tackle. I will always go with that 1 out of 1 tackle. That's 100% it works. Parsi did play last time out. He had a goal. I'd also praise the tackling, but I think the goal is also easy. And Jackzel did score twice. Tackles are also good, but I think we'll go with the goal scoring. He did score twice, that's very good. Okay. Modaris did not come on, I think. Ishak might have come on. Yeah. Didn't really contribute much, but on the other hand, patient passing game was exactly what was needed. So I'm okay with that. I think Carrier made an appearance too due to yellow cards. 7 out of 7 passes, not much defending needed. The game was over once he came on. So we'll praise his passing and move forward. Rosdi did make a substituted appearance. 4 out of 4 passes, that's still fine. No. There. Not sure about Rusty. He did come on. 11 out of 11 passes, that's okay too. Just let them all be very encouraged and hopefully it translates to a performance. I think he rotted on the bench, yes he did. Samri, on the other hand, might have come on or not. So I got that wrong. Chuchu. Chuchu did come on. Yeah, didn't really show much. I'll praise the passing. Maybe once he gets back into shape, maybe he can contribute a little bit at least in this season. I do not really expect him to score another, what was it, 12 goals this season though. He's in decline. And he was not subbed on. Wow, this guy is tall. Did you see that? He's taller than the target forward that we just bought. He's also very susceptible to injury, and he considers himself to be a midfielder or an attacking midfielder. But he's pretty tall. That reminds me of Isha somewhat. Just, well, Isha had low susceptibility to injury. Okay. So that took a bit. They want us to go very defensive. We will dominate the game. I decide. We do it this way. Also, we will waste some time from the start because a draw is a good result. We do not float crosses. That's not active. Are their defenders bad at anything? Positioning is 8. Anticipation is 10. That's even better. That's also okay-ish. That's also okay. So, floated crosses do not make much sense. None of them have any problem, I think, with pace. I guess Perez does. Perez does. So... what's the calculus here? We have a target forward. If we pair the target forward with their faster central defender, he will not stand much of a chance, but the attacking midfielder should have a chance of running into the space behind him or straight towards Gabriel Perez, who is a decent tackler and also quite a physical force, but only on the strength and jumping side, not so much on the running side. In fact, his pace is 4. So maybe the Shadow Striker can run past him in that case. So we focus our target forward on Dominic 10 and pass into space. Is this what we do? That said, Dominic Tan is probably the one that does not need to be marked. Well, he has 8 points of passing too. All of them are dangerous. Why? I do not know about the correct tactical approach. He likes to knock the ball past the opponent. And, well, dribbling's pretty good, sadly. So we can ease off tackles a little bit, but at least let's try to close him down, given that he tries to knock the ball past the opponent. Showing him to the inside or outside probably won't make much of a difference. So I'll keep that unset. His dribbling is a bit lower. In general, though, very threatening. Off the ball movement's pretty good. He's not that slow yet. That's a player at the end of his prime, I would argue. That's even worse. We can try to mark him out of the game. It says we should go in strong on him. No. No. Dribbling, bravery, and strength are very high here. I see. He does have a history of injury, though. So maybe we can trigger that. He runs with the ball through center, knocks the ball past the opponent, and runs very often. It was him. Yeah. So he basically cuts inside too. Yeah. As a result, we show him to the left foot and hope that the crossing doesn't hurt us too much, which at 13 points is pretty dangerous. Well, that's better than the injured guy, but it's still pretty threatening. And then there's Azmat Haras Arman. Again, somebody to knock the ball past the opponent. So we try to press him. Emphasis on trying. Anyone's got any ideas? Otherwise, the central defenders are capable of playing a pass. Could show these to the inside. I guess it's something, but not much. It's a hard match. Alright, let's get into it. He's unhappy about playing out of position. Stop complaining. You can play. Every match for you is a bonus. Ankun's the one to do this usually. Alright. Minor break, then we'll do the team talk and then we'll get into the match. So everybody's nervous, as far as I'm aware. I think we'll go with no pressure. That works for some of them. Lee Choi King is nervous too. He barely understands what's going on, but maybe that's what makes him nervous. I was talking about language though. So strictly referencing the fact that he might not know about the rivalry due to a translation barrier. That's fine. Anybody wants to come up with the result? It's a home match. Well, fingers crossed. Cross your fingers, everyone. We might get a result here. And also a ton of fans, but apparently, if we look at these supporters, that might be 500 maybe. We'll see. They lost the last match. Whom did they play? I don't even know. Might be. Feel free to Google it and inform me. It is a historical rivalry though. And there's fans in the second row. Well, it's not row. In the second part of the stadium. Second level? Level is the right way to put it, right? Well. 1,369. That could be worse. I think we'll leave it at that. The league table doesn't really matter. We won the last match. Don't really care about whatever they did. I see. Okay. So it is somewhat close, but not really. Ooh, interesting pass. Can we stop Safari? Apparently we can't. That got blocked. Please tell me it's not a foul. It's not a foul. Lucky. Seems like we have more possession. Not much though. And this is with all of the time wasting and everything. You can also clearly see McManamy here. Don't want to like knock on him too much, but the Northern Irish heritage is clearly visible. Do they call these floodlights too in English? Something like that. Well blocked. I'll find out. Yeah, they call these floodlights. Basically, McManamy looks like a floodlight on the pitch, in comparison to the remainder of the squad. Ooh, that got blocked. That is picked up by Harsey. Will there be a foul, maybe, at least? Oh, we retain possession, that's even better. Nice play. Hobo chuck still. Target forward seems to... Well, he did try to make something from it. But in the end the creativity lost him. Or the other way around. Good passing, Zakaria, Ayman. Ayman with the cross. It's a free kick. Elbow Shaxel was offside. We do have 63% possession. I want to add. I know it is a home match, so that has to be expected, but we are really a big underdog. What a pass! What are you doing? Yes, that's fine too! Nice! That was the most absurd goal ever. What a dribble! Hammer with a pass towards the target forward. It was clearly no offside. He didn't take the shot. There was a tackle and the ball ended up with our attacking midfielder, Mud Nasarudin, and Harsey had the goal wide open for him. So, up by 1. We'll waste a bit more time. Might even go back to balanced, or well, I guess cautious is a thing too. But if we do it that way, we might as well do all the way to defensive. In the end, we care about every single point. So, if we play defensive football for the next 70 minutes, might still work. On the other hand, they didn't create much yet. We did get a bit lucky, maybe. In some of the situations. Well blocked. And I will start the praises, I think. We are 1 point behind Johor DT right now. This is where this club is going. And how's it going with that? Castanera, Zakaria intercept. Well defended. I think we practiced those. No. Ah, easy. Okay. So it's really not that much of a series just yet. Zakaria with a header at the far post. Wasn't really a good one, but still, chance is a chance. I will go defensive on this one. They can still do a high block and stuff. But scoring really does not matter much as long as we get this over with. That's fine. Look at how he's drawn out the defender. He's back now. I cannot go back, can I? But a second ago, the defender was all the way here. There was a ton of space in this area. Oh, Jeffrey, that was a really bad pass. Blocked though. Nice block. It's yellow for whom? Who got the yellow? One of their players. It's the left winger. Okay. That's dangerous, but well intercepted. Twice. Controller with the ball now. McManamy. Not much of a problem so far with McManamy. He doesn't really impress either, but it's something. Same as Ankun, his performance is somewhat reliable. Good pass. Good choice. Wow! That was really hard to save. It touched the pitch, I think, straight in front of the goalkeeper. That could have been another goal. RC Jeffrey. I didn't expect any chance there. They have a central defender with 19 points of jumping reach and I think 17 strength. That's really, really high in comparison to the remainder of the league. If they don't get it on the pitch though, we will just take the 3 points. McManamy lost the ball for a second. Bakrola, Badrul Hisham, Zakaria again. Patient passing works so far. Oh, not bad. That's not offside. The right back took to not being in position. So we have tiny counter-attacks. The chances were there to make it 2. But overall the defensive performance seems okay so far. And I do not really regret going defensive. Any thoughts on your behalf? Low grade match. Like, there is not many chances, but given that we are up by 1 goal, why not? Even if we get away with a point from this, in the end we should be happy. Hopefully they will not turn it around in the second half. But overall I think we can be happy with this. And I'm happy with dominating possession. I think that's true. Yeah. Well, like in this situation, right? To be fair, we had a boring second quarter already. But that's okay. On the other hand, there were some attempts. That's not bad. In that case, I would take a boring second half too. Nice tackle, Zakaria. Well, I don't know if it's... Might depend on the keeper. Who am I to judge? That's over the goal, luckily. 62% possession still. Badrul Hisham, Fakrullah, don't lose the ball. All the way back to the keeper is fine. Works for me. Jeffrey, please don't lose it either. We do try to draw them out. And the passing combination up until the hammer thing, that was okay. Look at the block. It's really interesting. Nice one. I'm on... Just retain possession, yeah, that's okay. Something just crashed somewhere in the kitchen. I will have a look later. Not sure what's going on there. Do we get the ball? Yes, we do. I'm on. RC. Somebody's gotta remind me later. RC. Nice dribble. Long ball. Well, Gabriel Perez is not one to lose the duels in the air. Sadly. Otherwise, El Bukcharsel would have stood a chance. RC takes the corner, and it's obviously intercepted by Gabriel Perez. Jeffrey. We keep the ball. I mean, I guess that's alright too. Shot from a tight angle. That was very close to succeeding. Percy, that nothing. Maybe at a second attempt? No. Badrul Hisham, we just retained possession, and there is a cross that's claimed by the keeper, sadly. So he has no resistance to pressure. I think it's just called a pressure attribute in FM, and well, composure helps somewhat with that. But if his personality is that way, it is that way. First, let's make sure we do not concede after this corner. Don't let him shoot. Good save. Yep, why not? If they are nervous. But if a player is like this, sometimes it takes forever to change. It depends if he's young and so on, if you can do something about it with mentoring, if it's worth it. There's always cost of opportunity to everything. Sometimes it's easier to just sell the player and find somebody else. Oh, that was not well defended. Who should have picked it up? And they are in possession now. It was blocked somewhat. Ah. That was close. Way too close. We are blessed with a goalkeeper that knows what he's doing these days, though. Well done, Harsey. Oh, come on, Harsey. You can do better on the passing side. Safari with the cross. Well blocked by Fakrullah. That was really close. Shall we sub somebody on? None of them are really tired just yet. I think I'll do one more praising prior to that corner being taken. But now overall, I do not really think we deserve to win this. At least according to expected goals. On the other hand... why not? Sometimes football is not fair. And I'm perfectly fine with that. In this situation. Well done. Yeah, let it go out. That's fine. Free kick taken by Harsey. He doesn't find Zakaria. Palmer skips past his men, and that's a corner. We get a corner. Well, Nazarudin's assist today was really great. On the other hand, I think he's a bit tired. Zakaria doesn't really have a good match. Do we have another ball-winning midfielder on the bench? I think so, yeah. Maybe even two. RC does take to the corner, that's easy though. Pass towards Nazarudin, nice combination. Harsey. Still Harsey. Nazarudin, oh no. What a chance. Seems like they'd like to let us dribble. A little bit at least. Well, we will need to make some subs in case we want to bring some fresh faces on in the hopes that we maybe score a second one on the counter. Who's reliable in this situation? There's not much of a reason not to play Samri, I think. He might even go through the middle. He's an inverted winger, from my perspective. I do want to work him hard in defense, though. So, dribbling more is okay-ish. I'm not really fond of it on him. Can he shoot? His long shots is rubbish. I think taking fewer passing risks, crossing less often, he's no good in either of it. Crossing is 7. It still can be taken off. The passing is okay. Flare is okay. The vision is 4 only though. I think we've been here. Okay. I also want to bring on Rusty. I think Rusty is a defensive-minded player. Yes. Rusty can come on for Zakaria. There's not much to be said here. Zakaria doesn't really have a great game, but it's okay. Taking off the 16-year-old captain. So, I don't know who's captain now. Shall we bring Carrier for one of the central defenders? I'm not really convinced. Dodd, on the other hand, might just be the impact that we need in attacking midfield, despite Nazaruddin's good performance so far. But I think Dodd is also qualified. Is Abdul Rahman Dodd is probably... I'm still trying to figure out the naming conventions here. There might be a father's name in there, so not sure if I can call him Dodd. Maybe that's his father's name. But Abdul Rahman Dodd sounds normal. There's no bin in there. On the other hand, it might be somewhere. I might need to look after the match. Summary still fresh. Will he cut inside? That was claimed by the keeper, sadly. Let him have the long ball. Let's not intercept it. And this could result in a pretty dangerous situation. Safari... Good work by Elbow Justel. That was closer than it looked, I think. Well distributed. What are you doing? Good work. I will bring on Carrier. I think I've had enough of this. Jeffrey's passing today. I don't know. What are you doing? Okay, he has 4 points of passing. I guess that makes sense. Carrier is not much better, but at least he's fresh in the head. Get out there, get this over with. We can do this. And we're still playing a high block, by the way. So, defensive line is pretty much in the midfield area most of the time. At least it should be. Ah. Good save by Mochalil. Well intercepted. Ooh. Close him down. We have it. Rusty, would you be willing to run with the ball, please? I know you're a defensive midfielder, but still... No. Safari again. That ends up with the keeper. Alright. Overall, the match is pretty even. I guess I call that a success for now. I'm on Samri, Dodd, Rusty, Elbow Chastel. There's the penetrating pass for Dodd. Ah! Blocked by the defender. He did have the opportunity though. Ko Kwang Ming comes on. We will need to have a look who that is. And if he's any good. Most likely he is. Also our striker is entirely exhausted now. I'm on... It looked like a certain goal. I'm not so sure if I agree with that. It's similar to for Hammer though. So whom will we play? Any of the two susceptible to injury? He is. Elbow just still. Chuck still. Sorry. Below average. So I guess we'll bring on Choo Choo for Hammer. That is his playing style, yes. Get it over with, Choo Choo. 12 minutes and something left. I forgot about the sub. Whom did they bring on? A bunch of players. Okay. Ko Kwang Min is a right back, and I guess he's not as good as the last one. That said, at the age of 36, he has a ton of experience. We'll tackle him hard because I think this will be far away from the own goal, usually. And his dribbling is pretty low. He does have bravery though, but maybe we'll hurt him. 1.3k per week. That's basically half of our wage budget. Gabriel Perez at this point. We could probably try to close him down too. Press him and tackle him hard. Well, the hard tackling will not help much. I'll take that off. Bruno Dybal. Our. Well, defensively he's not great. Otherwise, he's really good. It would be sensible to go in hard but fair on him. Okay, if you say so. I'll trust the assistant manager. He knows way more about this game than the former assistant manager did. So maybe the guy has a history of injury. And with Mud Ayman Mohammad, dribbling's low, bravery's low, strength is low. I guess this counts as low. So let's try. Badrul Hisham, McManamy, why would you lose the ball in that situation? It doesn't make sense. Well done. We got the ball from Castagnara. Okay. Dort. Good ball. Summary. Will he cut inside? Somehow. Yeah. Elbow just still. He's exhausted. Still took the shot. On his weaker foot, I think. That would have been the chance that needed to be taken. A little more than 6 minutes now. Can we get this over with? A dirty 3 points from one good shot. I wouldn't say it's entirely undeserved, but we did play for time for 70 minutes. And the finishing overall isn't great. It also comes down to the goalkeeper here. Isn't this like a slight exaggeration? Carry on a yellow now. Goalkeeper claims the ball, 4 minutes to go. 4 minutes stoppage time. Look at them. This is not allowed, is it? 6-1. That's great. Well, maybe they had a bad day. Well blocked. Oh, the goalkeeper comes with them. Is this the goalkeeper? Might be. Carrier. Well done. Dort, you are faster. Go, 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 go. Play the long ball. That's not the long ball. No. The goalkeeper would have been out of the box. That's offside. Yes. He's complacent after a feedback. Badrul Hisham, you have bad character. I'm on. Dort. I'm on again. Another corner. I think we got this. I'm somewhat surprised, but I think we've got it. Nice. In your match? 12 to 12 shots, so it's... Yeah, well... That's a very impressive result. Maybe their goalkeeper was, I don't know, AFK. I'm on... no. 15 seconds of stoppage time. Well done, Fadrullah. Shoot, shoot. They had 3 men up front. Oh, come on, Dort. How can you be so slow? Good header by Carrier. Summary. That's it! Starting into the league with 6 points. And a win against our historic rival. What a result. How can we not be happy with this? Sure, we could have scored a second goal. But on the other hand, we also could have conceded one, so... we got the result. This is all that matters. And for every match like this, the players get experience and we slowly adapt to the circumstances in the league. So, you had a lot of finishes that were close to the goal? Almost good. So, you created. Or, you might also argue they didn't defend well. If you want to put it that way. Second of the league. Johor DT had a tiny 4-0 against Penang. On the other hand, what's Johor DT anyway? We defeated them in the cup. No problem. We'll just do it again. KL Rovers lost to Pahang. Kuching lost. Kuching are rock bottom together with Perak, Sabah, which we just defeated, and KL Rovers. I'm glad with this overall. 6 points that serve us very well against being relegated. Did you figure out... who are you? Oh, that's a trial offer. Toni Kroos is not allowed by Real Madrid to come. I'm sorry to report. It will not happen. I'm sure he would have signed for us otherwise. He trains well. And you play 4-2-4, you said? Where is it? You mentioned it earlier. 4-2-4 with a low block. So you baited them into overcommitting in midfield, and then you went to town with them? Yeah. But what's the role on your central midfielders? Are they more defensive-minded? That usually, yeah, that helps. That's how it works. far as I'm aware. So we can probably praise him for the training. Good stuff. So it is more defensive minded. That makes sense, given that it's a two-man midfield. It's there's no triangle there, so it makes sense to have two roles that are a little bit defensive minded. And in case the box is good at tracking back, which he should be, then there's not really an option other than going to the wing or straight to the striker. But for them, they need to overcommit. So I think there's a reason to that, yes, to the result. I think tactically it makes sense. It doesn't need to go that way, because it's pretty close to a mirror match anyway. But you can interpret it that way if you want to. Maybe, I don't know, maybe you want to have a look at some of the scenes of the match again and how it turned out. I always have a hard time personally coming up with the explanations for what's going on. Rocky Santa Cruz doesn't want to come. I'm so disappointed. Well, you will not get a song written for you over here. Dode made his debut. His pace is 10. It's not half as slow as he looked. Nazarudin had a great match. That one assist, granted, he got lucky. Unexpected result at Sarawak, the press says. Well, what am I to say about this? We got what we deserve. This is totally fine. Yep. So they overcommitted midfield, basically. They would have needed to, well, either not do that and be happy with the result, but I think most opponents are prone to doing that somewhat, in case they think they have the upper hand. They take risks because they want to score. And I'm usually on the defensive side more. You might have seen recently that I played the high block with defensive mentality, and we still had a ton of chances. And the opponent was forced to overcommit due to the goal difference of 1 goal, which isn't that much, but in the end, tactically it had an impact. So, I don't know. I would have also taken the draw. I wouldn't have changed the tactical approach most likely if we had conceded. Just take the point. Yep. Sure. So that can work. The alternative is the left back is not filling out, so all of a sudden there's a ton of space in central defense. That's even worse. But football is pretty simple in some situations, and in others it's borderline incomprehensible, I think. I am very happy with today's result. That was really good. Glad I started streaming once more here for today. So, we got that. I guess I'll save this. And then I think it is a little bit too late to do a second match, even though I want to. So I will probably do that throughout the week at some point. Maybe on Friday. Right back was pushing up high, so the left back was in even more trouble. Oh, you're right back. Yeah, okay. But that leaves you open for counters and for build-up play on the left side. Then again, if you dominate possession somewhat or something, that's always an opportunity. Like, I never really get the argument that there is only one way to cope with a roaming fullback. Like, usually if there's a roaming fullback, the alternative does not have to be that you follow him. The alternative can be ignore him and go all the way straight into that zone. So he will regret it. But, you need somebody to exploit that in that case. And for example, here, Zakaria and Jeffrey somewhat cover for whatever Ayman's doing on the left. So there is the reasonable assumption to be made that Ayman can roam forward sometimes. And he does. And we have some success. It's not the same in every formation though. And also, it depends on Zakaria mostly. If Zakaria doesn't do his job, if he doesn't close down whoever is out there, in case Ayman's out of position, well, then we have a problem. Obviously, it also goes at the detriment of defense and central midfield. So, I don't know. For now, it worked. It's one of these combinations out here that is really easy to comprehend, I think, and I just have a preference for that in my tactics. I like that. There's not much to misunderstand about it, I think. Okay, that worked. So, 6 points. Pretty proud of it. Well, of the players, preferably. And they seem to get some glimpses of tactical familiarity all of a sudden, which I very much like too. So let's hope we can keep this rolling next time out though. I will wrap it up for now. Thank you very much for keeping me company for nearly 2 hours. And we will see each other, well, either on another evening throughout the week or on Friday on the regular stream time. Good luck, Mies, with your save. And yeah, as always, thanks for watching. Bye!